Hey, welcome Camping World. My name is Alex Gabriel. I'm your regional sales manager for the Southeast. Guys, super excited today to present to you the Eddie Bauer. What I have standing behind me is the 34 BHS, an all new line that is exclusive to Camping World that has done really, really well. A couple quick facts that I like to present when speaking to customers about the product in general is to tell a little bit of a story and a background on Eddie Bauer as a person and on the brand as well. Sort of builds up the mystique and gets the customer to buy in. Okay, so first and foremost, who is Eddie Bauer, right? He was an outdoorsman who over 100 years ago started a company to create gear to get people to spend time outside. Okay, he actually helped equip the first American summit to Mount Everest as well. Okay, so 100 years later, he's partnered, not him personally, but his company has partnered with Camping World and Heartland as well to create a camper to get people to spend time outside. So what we've tried to do with this particular camper is give a camper all the features that they'd need and all the features that they'd want, right? So your primary competitor here is going to be the Transcend travel trailer. We do have some advantages to that particular camper, and we'll go through those as we go through the training here as well. In general, your price bucket here for a retail customer is going to be $44,000 all the way up to $49,900, or some spill over into the $50,000 range, right? So if we talk about an aluminum-sided travel trailer, right, that is on the higher end, but your price bucket obviously is there, but your customer base or the niche of customers whom you will target, I've seen two primary individuals who have been really heavy hitters in this particular market. The first being our upscale buyers who have good credit, who want to have the name brand camper and want to have all the features and amenities that we mentioned in here. The second that we've seen is those individuals who are looking for an alternative living situation, right? We know that the cost of homes is extremely high. Interest rates are extremely high as far as getting approved for homes, and a lot of people are getting pushed out of an area of where to live. So because of the features that it has in here, including a second AC prep, including a massive refrigerator and a washer and dryer prep on all models, there are a lot of individuals who are electing to live in a camper, right? So the individuals who may be living in this may not qualify for a fifth wheel or may not have the funds or whatever it may be. So those are the two primary customer bases whom we've been seeing really flock to this particular brand. Just a quick note, we have 3 floor plans. Two of which are bunkhouses. There's a 34 BHS, which we're going to go through today, which is by far the most popular floor plan because it does have a bath and a half in there, obviously, which is very popular, and you don't see that in a lot of travel trailers. We have another bunkhouse and then a front kitchen as well. Okay, so only 3 floor plans at the moment. All of these will be about 8,500 pounds dry, 85 to 88 pounds dry, and they're all right around 38 feet in length as well, right? So it is a little bit of a bigger camper, but because of the features and amenities that we have inside of it, it really packs a punch and has all of the features that a customer would want. So with that being said, let's go to the front of the camper and talk about what makes the Eddie Bauer a little bit different here. All right, so starting out, obviously, we have our power tongue jack. We have our 2 20-pound LP tanks. What is pretty nice about the Eddie Bauer is we have an aluminum hybrid profile here. Okay, so oftentimes on stick and tin campers, we'll see this be a wood framed here. So again, if you compare this to the Transcend or the Puma as well, we have our aluminum front cage here versus our wood frame that we'd see in other campers, right? What are the benefits of that? First and foremost, it's more aerodynamic. It's also more durable and more sturdy as you're going down the road, and will just add to longevity when we're talking about wanting to have our camper for a really long time, which is something I know personally. If I'm spending almost $50,000, I do want to make sure that that product is going to last a substantial amount of time, right? So moving forward as well, you'll note that we have our power stabilizer jacks here as well. We've seen a lot of campers go away from power stabilizer jacks as an ability to save costs, right? And we want to make sure that we have all the features and amenities that an individual would want when they're purchasing a camper in this particular price segment. So as we move forward, all of your floor plans will have a big pass-through storage. One thing to note, on our 34 BSBH, our big storage will be on the service side of the camper, just so you know. So sometimes that does get lost, but just do keep that in note. Additionally, a couple really nice Heartland features that I always like to point out that are sort of hidden features that you may not notice. All of our slide outs will have a plasti dip finish. Okay, so that's going to be on all Heartland products. We're going to have this plasti dip finish here, right? If you compare that to other campers or other manufacturers, a lot of times they'll use a Darko wrap, right? So a Darko wrap is a thin barrier that will go in this slide out box here. And as you run that slide out box in and out over time, eventually it'll tear, right? And in my opinion, this is probably the most susceptible area for water. So if we're running this in and out over time, eventually that will tear, water will get in there, and that can be a very costly repair and something we definitely don't want to mess with. So again, that's a hidden construction feature. A lot of times when you talk to customers, right, it's usually a two-headed monster. One, if we just kind of break it down to a traditional sense, usually husband, wife, right? Wife is in charge of the floor plan, what it looks like. Husband is in charge of the cost, payment, and, you know, obviously we want to do the construction as well, right? So again, really nice pitch feature there. And as we continue talking about hidden construction, again, on all Heartland products as well, and this particular product here too, we're going to have galvanized metal in our wheel wells, right? So again, if you look up into your wheel well there, you're going to have galvanized metal, right? What's the benefit of that? We know that campers are susceptible to blowouts. If you don't have that galvanized metal there, again, that can be a very costly fix repairing that floor decking into the camper. As we focus on this area as well, you'll note that we have our Goodyear E-rated tires, right? A really, really nice feature, really easy to pitch for your sales guys here, and obviously as your retail customers as well. Again, people know the brand, they like it, easy pitch for you. Continuing on here as well, all of your floor plans will have an outdoor kitchen. Okay, so including your front kitchen, including your 2 bunk models. This particular one, all of them will have a beverage refrigerator and your outdoor griddle here as well. Your BSBH, your 34 BSBH, will be a little bit different in design. It'll have a larger beverage refrigerator with some cabinetry built into it. And your front kitchen model will have your beverage refrigerator with your griddle directly below it to the right of the entry door. And what's nice about that front kitchen model is a lot of times when you see couples campers, they don't tend to have outdoor kitchens. So I've seen a little bit of a pattern for couples coaches saying, hey, do you have anything with an outdoor kitchen? And obviously you have that available to you. So a really nice feature. As we continue on here, I haven't talked about it yet, but let's talk about the sidewalls here, right? Again, you can see here, this is a little bit of a different look. It has our ultra smooth aluminum sidewalls, right? If you compare that to a traditional aluminum sided camper, one, it looks a little bit nicer. Also, you can see it's bigger. And what are the benefits of that, right? First and foremost, when a customer walks up to it, I've seen generally they say, hey, what is this? This looks like the side of a house, right? So one, it has a visual eye appeal, right? It's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing when you think about an aluminum sided camper. Secondarily, if we talk about construction benefits, one, they're bigger, right? So it's less likely for water to get inside of there. They're also about 30% thicker, right? So the gauge here is 0.030, right? Which is the exact same gauge that you'd see on a Transcend, right? So again, we talk about thickness of our exterior here, about 30% thicker when you compare to traditional campers. And also, in my opinion, easier to clean and easier to repair, and because of, again, the size of it. You'll note we have our spare tire on all of our models here as well. Thinking about some prep features that we have, we will be prepped for a backup camera. We also will be prepped for a tire pressure monitoring system on your floor plans here. Your solar situation will be solar on the side, okay? So just kind of do keep that in mind there. That sort of wraps up the exterior of the camper here. Also, I did forget to mention ladder prep as well. So your ladder prep here is going to be on the campsite here. You can see it's prepped for the Lippert telescopic ladder. Just one little pitch on that telescopic ladder, which I really like. Generally speaking, when we see campers that come from the factory, the ladders can be very, very thin, and they also are on a pitch that's directly 90 degrees. What's nice, and they're rated for 250 to 275 pounds, right? What's nice about the Lippert ladders is they are beefier, right? So your legs are going to be much beefier, and also are rated to hold a higher weight, and you can also adjust the pitch a lot easier. So it just feels a little bit more safe, a little bit more secure, and you guys should have those inside of your part shop, directly inside of the camper there. Or inside of the shop, I should say. All right, so let's go inside. So again, we talk about this floor plan again as we walk through. This is the 34 BHS, and you can also see we have our climate defense sticker here. Okay, so talking about the climate defense, right? So that's referring to the underbelly of the coach. So we have a fully heated and enclosed underbelly. You're going to have a 30K BTU furnace here when we talk about our campers. So when we walk in, you can see it has an eye appeal, right? It looks visually different than I've seen Ian, your guys' big pitch guy. He says it's not your grandma's camper, right? Or it's not your grandpa's camper. we've seen a lot of traditional campers kind of get into a rut of a lot of browns, a lot of grays, and sort of over and over again, wash and repeat as far as the color patterns is concerned. This feels really spacious and also looks a little bit different, right? So we have our deep greens here. We have our champagne bronze. We talk about our faucet here. So again, we have a little bit of a different color. We also, if you look into our kitchen here as well, we have an actual backsplash, right? Okay, so that's an actual backsplash. It's not a wrap, it's not a finish, it's not anything like that. Actual backsplash. We have the amenities to make it feel like home, right? It makes it kind of feel like you're actually camping, right? You'll notice some of the Eddie Bauer insignia here, right? So obviously we have on the fascia board here, we have our Eddie Bauer plate. In here as well on your dinette, you have the branded Eddie Bauer logo in there as well. A couple of things when referring to the dinette. One, I like to pitch that your booth dinette here is open, right? So if we look right here, obviously that's open. Oftentimes this is closed off. What do I personally like? When we would camp as kids, we tend to see shoes just pile up at the door, right? This is a perfect place. Slide out a big Tupperware container, put all your shoes, slide it back in there. You'll also have hidden storage here as well, okay? Nice, easy place to store valuables if you need it. And that will be on both sides. And on other floor plans, if you have the 34 BSBH, there'll be a long area here as well. There'll be hidden storage there. You'll note here, there is no carpet in this camper, right? So we say that this is extremely pet and child friendly. With that being said, you'll also note there are no vents in the floor. All of the vents are built into the cabinetry of the coach, right? So again, I have a lot of brothers and sisters. Our campers would get really, really dirty, right? And mom knows usually campers get dirty. Dogs, pets, whatever. They drag in a lot of stuff. It can make it really difficult to clean. So having your vents built into the cabinetry of a coach is a really, really nice and underrated feature that I always try and point out because, you know, especially for experience, hey, you know how hard it is to keep your camper clean, right? Boom, nice, easy feature available to you. As we continue on, personally, my favorite thing and what really sets this apart from pretty much every other camper on the market is your fridge here. This is a 16 cubic foot refrigerator, okay? Most travel trailers have a refrigerator that is 8, 10, 11, or 12 cubic feet, okay? So again, if we talk about a refrigerator, this is the size that you'd see in a fifth wheel, right? All of your reefers here will be 12 volt as well, okay? So just do keep that in mind. But guys, this is a really nice pitch. And again, there's really no other camper that I know of that's a travel trailer that has a fridge this size. So that's a huge benefit. Again, if we talk about people living in these, that's awesome. Again, another really nice feature, we have our half bath, right? So again, this is the 34 BHS, ton of space, extra bathroom. That's a huge pitch. When we work shows, they're like, dang, I really need a second bath. I didn't know you could get it like this. Pretty standard bunk area here, right? So again, we'll have our jackknife sofa. You can do some storage here if needed, right? Obviously, this will fold down. Your bunks here are rated for up to 275 pounds if need be. Again, really nice. No vents in the floor here as well, in a nice area for your kids. Thinking about that as well, I'm looking at this vent here. What's going to come standard on these campers is you're going to have a 13.5K BTU AC. You're also going to have 50 amp service, and all of these will be prepped for a second AC. Okay, so that's standard across the board, whether that's the 34 BHS, 34 BSBH, or the front kitchen as well. Okay, so you will have that 50 amp service on all those floor plans again with that 13.5K BTU air conditioner there. Additionally, again, we're talking about features. We have just a ton more stuff to cover, right? One, smart TVs are standard, right? Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, whatever it may be, has it all packed on here onto your television. JBL sound system, inside and outside exterior speakers. So if you like to party, this is the camper to be inside of. Have a fireplace standard as well, right? So again, all these are standard features. Generally speaking, there's not really any options on the camper, right? Standard features make it as easy as possible for you to sell your camper. Okay, again, here's your master bathroom. You'll note, again, nice big shower, ABS shower here. You'll also know we have porcelain toilets in both bathrooms as well. Again, you have the finishes and the luxury that you need to really pitch this camper, right? Again, if we think about how much space we have, right? I'm 6 foot tall, plenty of space to be able to sit here, out here and take care of business. All right, let's go into the master bedroom. You'll see here, residential queen size bed. As I mentioned again, all floor plans are prepped for a washer and dryer. It's very, very rare to have that washer dryer prep available to you. Just a couple quick notes on the washer and dryer. You can do a stackable unit. You just have to make sure that you have the right stackable unit. I believe the correct one is the 10.7 Equator Pro stackable unit, but obviously you can always go with that combo unit if you're not able to fit that in there, if you don't have that available in your shop. Press countertops throughout. Big storage here, right? So it has a sensor when you open it up. Big storage available, vanity. This is kind of a really cool feature, and this is not going to be the thing that sells the camper for you, but I found that it helps customers remember the camper, right? So what we have here is we have a dog kennel and our food and dog bowls here, right? So again, this will open up. We can put Sparky inside of there. Hey, let's go in there. Now, conversely, let's say you have to go out, maybe take a shower. You don't want the dog in and everything. Bam. Put the bowls on the inside, and again, the dog has food and water available to it. Obviously, again, if you have a Great Dane, it's not going to fit here, but maybe you have a smaller pup. But again, that's a really cool feature. People are like, oh my gosh, Fido can go in there. It's not probably going to be the thing that sells the camper for you, but it will be the thing that individuals help remember the camper by. Hey, what was that thing with the dog bowl, right? Again, that's a really nice additional feature available to you. Do note you're going to have H-duct ventilation here in the roof. But generally speaking, guys, you can see here, have a lot of easy pitch features available. So our sort of general strategy is we walk the individual in and we have 5 or 6 easy pitches available that we can sell to the customer, right? That they're easy to remember. So for you guys, one, we have our look, right? Ultra smooth aluminum, right? Next, we have our massive refrigerator, washer dryer prep on all models, exterior kitchen, outdoor kitchen on all floor plans as well, right? And then you can talk about TV and fireplace, right? Those 5 or 6 things are easy, bam, 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 bam. You can mention some of the amenities here. So those 5 or 6 pitches with the interior just being a little bit different, ideally that will lead to some laydowns for you and some easy sales. Guys, if you have any questions about particular construction features, our warranty, whatever it may be, please don't hesitate to reach out. One thing I do want to mention, please download the My Heartland RVs app, or make sure that you, at the very least, anytime an individual gets a Heartland, make sure they download that app. Inside of it, as soon as you get it, it'll ask you to enter the VIN of your coach. If you don't have a VIN, like I don't have a Heartland camper currently, I can just skip it, right? But what's great about it is, first and foremost, one, you can get push notifications, right? So when you need service, whether you need to do your caulking, whatever it may be, or your seals, I should say, you're going to get a notification, right? Oftentimes, individuals have issues with their campers because they don't service it at the adequate timeframes. So first and foremost, you're going to get notifications on when to service your camper. Secondarily, if you have any claims or you have parts that need to keep track of, you can keep track of those inside of your app as well. Next, there are videos inside of this app as well, which walk you through how to empty the black tank, how to set up your Wi-Fi prep, how to, whatever it may be, how to use your power tongue jack, how to level your power stabilizer jacks. There are all those aspects built into that app there for all of your novice campers, right? So some individuals, this may be the first camper they ever buy and have no idea what they're doing, right? So again, just keep that in mind. Easy, free app available to you. Lastly, we'll end with warranty. Okay, so your warranty on this will be the same that you have on all of your other Heartland products. A 1-year warranty and then a 3-year manufacturer's warranty. Okay, so those are the general warranties that you'll have available to your customers. Guys, thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or of your respective rep in your area. And we'll see you next time.